It is winter, and that means that there are a lot of bare trees outside. Two of my favorite trees in my backyard are two ornamental crab apple trees. They are both standing right next to each other, and they're about 8 feet tall. And what I love about them is that they have their branches growing all upwards, and they have these red, gnarly branches. They look very, very different from all the other trees in my backyard during the winter time. Of course, in the summer they form beautiful red leaves and the red crab apples. And then when the fall time comes, they make the most beautiful kind of a red orange leaf foliage before they fall off at the end of the season. A tree is kind of like a story. When you think about a story has two parts to it. The first part of a story is the facts of the story. It's what happened during the story. It's the facts and the events that led to the story. But what truly gives a story its character is the leaves of the tree. If I told you just that, I had two trees in the background, you could have imagined any kind of tree. But then when I told you that I had crab apple trees, suddenly you had a different image in your mind. And then once I started to tell you what the foliage of these trees look like, suddenly you had a whole different image in your mind. And that's how storytelling works. If you can imagine me telling you, a man went up the stairs. You can imagine any guy walking up the stairs. If I then tell you, a tired man slumped up the stairs, suddenly you have a whole different idea in your mind of what that looks like. Then if I even took it further and I tell you, the tired man slumped slowly up the stairs. Now you get this image of this guy really tired, probably bent over, slumping up the stairs. And that's the key of good storytelling. It's called showing them and not just telling them. So every time when you tell a story, think about a tree. Think about, what are the branches of my tree? What are the facts of my story? But then think about, what are the leaves of my tree? Maybe my tree has some fruit. What are the characteristics of this tree that I want to explain? Where does the tree stand? Use that analogy as you build your story. Maybe you're going to write a marketing copy. Maybe you're going to tell a story to a group of friends. Maybe you've been invited to go and share a story to an audience. When you build your story, think about a tree and then describe what you see in as much detail as you can. And you will become a very effective storyteller.